so we are going to finish this week with our single leg X and full lock escapes, and just some brainstorming and some theory when we're inside the full lock, right? So when I'm on a hip and Keanu's in on my leg, just a couple of things to talk about, right? So what Keanu wants is he wants to have my foot bent, and he wants my ankle close to his hip, all right? Because now he can do both ankle locks, heel hooks, toe holds. He can do a lot of different things. So initially what I want to do is I want to straighten my leg as much as possible, right? Just like this, right? I want to have Keanu overreach to go for whatever submission, right? Now, even if he does have a bite, like whichever bite he has, let's say he has a heel hook and stuff like that, right? Even if everything here is set, this is not the best position for him to finish from, because now I can look to pry open his legs. And now he has no mechanism to rotate my knee towards the outside. So go ahead, start to bridge or do something. He can't really do much, right? So I can still salvage this position, right? So if that happened, I would have to slip my heel and then do what I'm about to show you now, right? But initially, before he has my heel caught or before he has my ankle, what I'm going to do is I'm going to rock onto my shin, and I'm going to lengthen my leg as much as possible. I want to have my toes past his armpit so that it's hard for him to start to kind of scoop it, right? Now, very important detail here, guys, is I'm going to bring my head over the top. If I stay here, it's going to be very easy for him to start to throw reaps and mess up my leg positioning, right? So I got to bring my head here. So now for him to reap, it's going to be hard. Now I'm going to start to stand up, and as soon as I'm going to stand up, now I'm going to be conscious of this arm. I want to start to backstep so he can't grab it. Once I'm backstepping, now I'm going to pop my hip forward. I'm going to look to grab right at his big toe, and I'm going to pop his hook off. And we're going to look at two different situations. The first one, I'm going to bring my knee onto his chest. Now my hand's going to go on the floor. I'm going to push this hook down as I high step, and I'm going to sit on his shoulder, all right? And what we've been talking about is from here, not stabilizing just yet. Keeping your hand on the shin and seeing if he's going to take an underhook on us. As he takes an underhook, I can go and I can chase a kimura, and now I can look to finish with a kimura. Or if he chases the underhook, a lot of times I can use that to step over, and then now I can look at attacks on the same arm that he tried to underhook me with me as well, right? So there's many things that you can do if he tries to underhook, because that's not a good time for him to underhook, but a lot of people fall for that trap, all right? So again, once more, we're going to be here. All right, I'm going to lengthen my leg as much as I can. All right, and it kind of depends what he's looking for, right? It depends on the rule set, depends, right? But a lot of times I'm going to actually be booting, right? But you don't want to boot too long, because a lot of times they can get a bite of your heel, right? So it just depends. If he's only digging for the heel hook, then I'm going to be doing a ballerina. So I'm going back and forth. Just kind of depends on the rule set, depends on what he's doing. Rock up onto my shin, lengthening my leg, head goes over his hips, standing up, backstepping, and I'm going to push this foot off. If, as I'm backstepping, sometimes my leg gets caught, and now you're unable to finish, you're going to do an inside pummel, and you're going to put your knee onto his stomach, and you're going to go to more of a knee on belly type of finish, okay? So that's going to be a knee on belly. And if you were able to clear it, you're going to park on that shoulder, and now his underhook is not going to be very strong from here, but a lot of people look to go for it. And now I'm going to chase either my kimura grip, or as he's coming over it, I can step over the top, and I can start to pinch his elbow in between my armpit and my ribs, and I can look for different kinds of submissions here. If you know this game, there's a lot of different things that you can do from here. I can step over his face. It's a pretty nasty armbar. From here, as I straighten my leg, I'm going to be able to catch him. You can turn it into armbar, you can turn it into omoplatas, etc. Okay? Last time. Cool. We're going to start off with this, guys, and we have two more escapes right after. All right? 1, 2. All right, guys, so we're going to clean up this position once more, and then we're going to see a different counter as well. And then I'm going to give a little bit instructions, because everyone's been here almost the whole week and has been seeing this position a lot, right? So I'm going to be here. So look, George, I'm tucking my heel to my butt like this, and I'm using my hands. I'm using my hands to get up onto my shin, just like that, right? It's just like an easy way to get up. Now I'm coming up, all right? My head is going over his hips, all right? Is he going to try to grab your head? Absolutely, right? So you have to be mindful of what he's going to be trying to do too, right? And as this is happening, I need to stand up regardless, and I'm standing up in a sideways stance. Now, Chris, when you're here, like, it's hard to kind of push this off. You have to do the tricep machine in the gym? You got to do the tricep machine, like that, all right? So I'm popping off right at that toe. Right, now, from here, Leia, look, my knee goes onto his chest, and now, guys, if I put my hand on the shoulder can move. So I'm going to put my hand on the floor. All my weight is on his chest, and now this leg becomes light, and I can start to look to back step, and I can look to go down. If he doesn't take my bait, okay, if I'm here, I'm going to cover his hip, and I'm going to start to bring my knee onto the floor, and I'm going to switch my base, find my cross face, find my underhook, and stabilize in the regular side control position. But first, cover that hip line, all right? Now, position number 2, guys, all right? So this is just gonna be a little bit different, but it's gonna make sense to a lot of us, right? So I'm straightening my leg, I'm rocking up onto my shin, and now I'm gonna do the same thing, I'm gonna stand up. This time when I stand up, guys, look, I'm gonna back up more than I think is necessary. A lot of times his foot is now gonna start to ease up a little bit. I'm gonna grab right at the heel, and I'm gonna pull it up. He's not gonna wanna take damage to his knee, so a lot of times his foot is gonna come out. Now I'm gonna take a 2-on-1, I'm gonna drag it across, and as I drag it across, I'm gonna step forward. When I step forward, I'm aiming to bring my head across as I reach for his hip. My head goes across, I'm reaching for his hip, hand goes on the floor, and I'm gonna now bring both of my knees down, and now I'm in a really strong smashing position, right? If he keeps your leg across your feet, this is fine. Go ear to ear, start to tripod up, start to walk your leg back, pummel it, and then now I can shuffle, and I can finish a really strong pass on my training partner, okay? Now Keanu's gonna do it on me. Yeah, you're gonna do it on me. You know, we're trying to make. We'll talk you through it. All right, so Keanu's here. So guys, first thing is this. Look, you see how his leg is a little bit bent? Yeah, this is good for me because now I can take nice bites for ankle locks, and now I can start to rotate his knee, be a little loose. Rotate his knee to look for heel hooks. So he wants to strain this leg and extend it. So now I'm seeing I'm like overreaching. Now he's gonna rock up onto his knee. All right, he's gonna start to stand up, and now he's gonna back up. And as he's backing up, he's gonna reach for my heel. 2 hands on my heel. Now he's gonna peel it up. And now he's going to drag it across as he covers that hip line. Perfect. Here, guys, I'm under attack. All right? I'm really stuck. All right? I can't really hip escape. That's why he has to step this leg forward. This hand is going to go around my hips, just like this. And now he's going to bring his head across me and put both knees on the floor. Just like that. From here, I'm pretty much done. Once this head is on this side, guys, if I push him, I'm pushing him into the direction that he wants to go. If his head is on this side, I'm still able to maybe make a push, escape my hip, and maybe look to turn into him. So if you cover your head on this side, your partner is going to be in a lot of trouble. Now all he has to do is either double unders or 1 underhook and 1 crossface, and then look to circle towards that side, and then he's going to get the pass. Okay? So guys, now most of us have been here this week, so let's do like an interactive technique. So it'll look like this. Like Keanu's going to be standing, let's say, and I'm going to choose a shin-on-shin entry, right? So he's going to step in. Let's say he steps in. I block. I'm going to go to my shin-on-shin. Now I'm going to go to my single leg X guard. I'm going to drop into a hip, and now it's going to be his turn to go. So now go ahead, Keanu. And then he can do the first or the second one. It depends. And then now he's going to go. So he can do any entry. You know, you can be in De La Hiva, for example. And now look, you can look to off balance your training partner. No, where are you going? Now you look off balance just to go to your single leg X guard. All right, knock them down to a hip, and then they're going to go. You can do any entry you want to. You can do it from standing. You know, we can be standing here. I have my collar tie. My bicep tie, ear to ear, I'm shuffling in. He pushes back into me. I'm going to ball up, elevate, and now I'm in my single leg X guard, knock him down, whatever. So any entry you want, you tell them the entry, they're going to fall down, and then as soon as they fall down, they got to go right away. Cool? So if the first one's not perfect, do the first one. If you got the first one, you can play around with the second one. All right? Let's go, guys.